Hello and welcome to NQ Design. In this video, I'm going to teach you my technique on how to create the glass-morphic icons in Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Xd. Take a piece of paper and color pencils and sketch some of the ideas for the icons you want to create. Feel free to sketch any ideas you want, as the technique I will show you works with almost any icon. The sketches don't have to be very precise, as you will recreate the icons in Adobe Illustrator. Use 3 different color pencils to sketch 3 different elements of the icon: the opaque background element, the transparent glass element, and the icon detail element in the front. For the best glass-morphic blur effect, make sure that the glass element always covers a part of the opaque background element. When you are done sketching, take a photo of your sketch with your mobile phone and transfer it to your computer. Open Adobe Illustrator, create a new document, and insert your sketch. I decided to use this icon to show you my process, but you can use any other icon you want. Use the shape tools and the pen tool to trace your sketch and create a vector icon. For this icon, I'm mostly using the ellipse tool, as most of the shapes in this icon are ellipses. For now, I just want to create the outlines of the shapes, so I have the stroke activated and the fill deactivated for the shapes I'm creating. When you are done with the icon, color the strokes of the elements in 3 different colors, so we will know which element is in the background, which element is the glass element, and which element is in the front. The colors you choose are not that important, as you will recolor the icon later. Now select the icon, press Command C to copy it, and open Adobe Xd. In Adobe Xd, create a new artboard and paste the icon from Adobe Illustrator. Now I will show you my technique on how to color this icon and give it a glass-morphic effect. I already prepared the colors I am going to use. I selected the main accent colors you can see on the left, and then I defined a lighter and a darker shade for each of the main accent colors. On the right, there are the neutral icons that are the same for every icon, regardless of which accent color you use. Feel free to use the colors I selected, or try out playing with some other color combinations. I will use the red color scheme to show you this technique. In Adobe Xd, ungroup the pasted vector icon, and you can also name each element. Resize the icon to the desired dimensions before you apply any effects, because the effects don't scale well in Adobe Xd. Hide the top 2 elements so you can focus on the bottommost element first. Select it, apply the fill and remove the stroke. Then copy and paste it 2 times. Move the topmost element 1 pixel to the right and 1 pixel up. Select both of the pasted elements and click on Subtract in the upper right corner in Adobe Xd. You created a new shape that you will use for giving the icon a 3D effect. Apply the darker fill and object blur. Now, duplicate the blurred shape, expand it in the left panel and move the top element 2 pixels down and 2 pixels right. Apply the lighter shade to this element. Copy the basic shape, select it together with 2 subtracted shapes and make mask with shape. This way the effect is visible only inside of the basic shape. Select all elements, group them and move them to the bottom in the left panel. Display the glass element now. Remove the border and apply the light fill. Then apply the background blur. Settings for the blur might vary depending on the size of your icon, so feel free to play around with it to see what works best. Now create the 3D effect like for the smaller red circle by copy-pasting the element 2 times, moving the topmost element and subtracting the shape. Apply object blur. Duplicate this element and move the topmost shape to the right position and apply the white fill. Copy the main shape and mask the subtracted shapes with it. Group the glass elements and move them under the detail element. Now display the detail element. Remove border, apply the fill and add shadow. Now create the 3D effect the same way as for the previous two elements. Mask the main detail element so that the shadow stays inside the shape borders. Duplicate the shapes that are on the outer sides of the icon, unite them, apply a white fill and add shadow. Now you are done with the icon. Let's recap this tutorial. Sketch your icon idea with 3 color pencils for each of the layers of the icon. Create a vector icon in Adobe Illustrator using Shape Tools and Pen Tool. Apply colors and effects in Adobe Xd. Make sure that you resize your icon to the desired size before you apply the effects. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. See you soon in another design video. Stay creative and keep on learning design.